you probably already know this, but sooner or later your power is going to go out. Probably already happened to you. It happens to me more often than I care for it to happen. So you've got to be ready for the situation at hand. And if you lose power, man, that can mean a fortune for you if you've got a lot of food in the refrigerator, and especially food in the freezer, as expensive as food is nowadays. Let me just show you what I have done. I'm a prepper, been a prepper forever. Let me show you what I've done for whole house power generation. I didn't go with the Generac, anything like that. I just didn't want to be confined to one thing that's stationary, that's not going to move. I wanted something that was portable. And I like the fact that this is not only portable, but it's also big enough to handle the whole house. This is the tri-fuel. Westinghouse makes a dual fuel and a tri-fuel. This is the WGen9500. And it is a beast. I've only been without power 2 or 3 times since I've had this machine, but it has done everything I've asked for it to do, enough for me to change the oil in it. I've already got that done. This one, you change the oil, and I wrote this on there, change the oil every 50 hours. A lot of the generators are every 25 hours. Man, that is every stinking day if you're without power for very long. They want you to change the oil every day. That's just too much. So I love the fact that it's 50-hour oil change, and I went full synthetic after the break-in. I did full synthetic, and it's 36 ounces for the oil capacity. What this thing will do, if you're running gasoline, this is 12,500 peak watts. Running watts, just everyday activity, it'll do 9,500. On propane, it'll do 8,500 and 11,000, a little over 11,000. And on natural gas, it's 7,500 and 9,500. Now, you may want to know why that's the differences. The natural gas and propane just don't put out the BTUs, and therefore the horsepower to turn the engine that gasoline does. Now, I've made the decision, at least so far, not to run gasoline in this engine. I just don't trust today's gas with ethanol and all that stuff. You have to put non-ethanol in it, and then you have to drain it at the end of the year and whatever. I just would, my plan, hopefully, is to never put gas in it. I run on propane, and that's the great thing about this. You've got a switch here for propane, switch for natural gas, and then down here is gasoline and fuel off. I like the fact that it's got a fuel shut off, so in the wintertime, if you do want to put it in storage, you can shut the fuel off. You can run it and then shut the fuel off, and then let it run the carburetor dry, which is good if you're going to do some storage on it for long-term storage. Some of the other things it has, it's got the smart switch ready. It is smart switch ready. Westinghouse makes an automatic, if I understand, I don't have one, but as I understand it, makes an automatic transfer switch for it. So you can be just like the Generac or things like that, to where it'll start on its own. This is the place where you would plug it if you want to keep it charged. It comes with with an AC charger. That's where that plugs in. Got a key fob on it because it is remote control. Start, turn it on here. I don't have the propane hooked up right now, but you switch it on here. You can either push here or push here to start it. What I like about it is it's 30 amp twist, L14 30R, or it's the big 50 amp, because it will put out 50 amps. It's going to put out some power. So you got the big 50 amp, which is what you need for your whole house. And then it's got the 120, several 120 volts, 4 of them to be exact. All of them have GFCIs on them. The little button here to reset on them. The battery has stayed charged. Now I do once a month or two. I do put in the charger, plug in the charger. But the battery has stayed charged. It cranks when I want it to crank. Propane comes in here. Natural gas comes in here also. And that's the plug. And it's a quick connect. Again, just making things easy for you. Westinghouse is the company, as I understand it, that provides a lot of the big generators that run your house all day long. I mean, the big generators for power generation that the companies use. And I figured if they're good enough for them, they're good enough for me. Great engine in it. break in was, it takes about 3 hours to break it in, run it for a while under a small load, then increase the load, then increase the load. And I changed the oil in it, I think 3 times. I think third time is when I went full synthetic. But this is a beast. Comes with the quick connect cord. That cord's about 8 feet long, maybe not quite, maybe 6 feet long. I've got this, I store it in my barn, so I've got that tape on it so no dirt daubers and stuff will get in there and try to stop it up. But it's just the connection that you put on a 20-pound propane tank, or in my case, screws right into the connector on the wall, because I've got a 500-gallon propane tank buried in the backyard. So this is an amazing generator. It's heavy. It's a couple of 100 pounds, I think, and got a nice handle here that, it's not hard. It's easy to pick up, easy to use, easy to roll where you want it. Big tires. They're not pneumatic tires, just solid rubber, solid plastic. I don't know, it feels like rubber. Solid tires, but they're wide enough to where if you're going across your yard or something, they're not going to get, the little narrow tires will get bogged down and harder to push and harder to pull. This is real easy to move around. It's got all your directions on it, how to start it on gas, how to start it on propane, how to start it on natural gas, and just everything you need is on it. All the warnings, signals, and warnings, tags and stuff. This has been a beast, and it will be a beast for your house too. It will do your whole house. Now, unless you live in a mega mansion and you've got 2 or 3 5-ton air conditioners, this one may not do it. You may need a 20,000 Generac or something. But if you live in a typical house, 3-ton unit, 4-ton unit, 5-ton unit, even I've heard other people saying that they ran their 5-ton unit and the whole house. So this is the beast. This is it. Really like it. They're for what they do. Considering the Generac, if you get that whole system, it's going to be, gosh, 10 times more than this, maybe something like that. The price on this is real cheap compared to some of the other options out there, like a Generac. Again, big Westinghouse engine on it, Westinghouse generator, overhead valve, good muffler on it, not that loud. Considering it's a big engine, it's really not that loud. Nice, hefty, big generator on this thing. I mean, that thing's 14 inches in diameter. That's a big generator to put out the big watts, and it does put out the big watts. So I'm very, very happy with it. And if you don't have something like this for your whole house, man, you ought to get it. I'm telling you, stuff's coming. You know it is. Always is. Tornadoes, hurricanes, fires, power outages, windstorms, everything. It's coming, and or hacking. You never know what's going to hit. So definitely highly recommend this. Easy to put the wheels on, easy to put together. It takes 10 minutes maybe to put the wheels on, the axle on, and hook up the battery and stuff like that. Just anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And anybody can crank it because it's got the electric start on it. So I like that fact. I wanted my wife to have to try to come out here and pull on a rope and try to crank this thing, because I doubt she could. This thing is a beast. Now, it does have a rope. If your battery runs down, it's got a rope, but you don't have to because of the electric start. Keep that battery charged, you're ready to go. All right, I think you're going to like it. Shoot, I know I do. And that's it, I think. We're gone.